We are all travelers on a journey. Some of us are made of one solid piece that defines our background. Others, who are global nomads since childhood, experience themselves as a construction of smaller parts. Many worlds that we have seen and that always remain as part of who we are, no matter where we make our home. I came to Ivalo to live in this cabin for 1 month, a quiet, simple life, and to let my soul speak its secrets in a language that only the forest would understand. Today is my second day living in the cabin. It's like another dimension here. The silence is intense but pleasant. I don't mind the cold, but the darkness, though beautiful, feels very foreign. Life without electricity and running water is not easy, but to meet my basic needs for warmth, food, and hygiene, I must put extra effort. It's an exercise in mindfulness. And one day, most unexpectedly, with only mild flu-like symptoms, I tested positive for COVID, and the symptoms got worse for a few days. For 2 years, I had successfully avoided this virus, even when working with infected people. However, here in the distant Arctic, it had found me. A social worker knocked on my door and I received all the help I needed in the isolation time. My smell and taste were gone, and I used everyone's advice for a week of doing nothing more than sleep and home remedies, and I slept a lot. In week 2 of recovery, I surrendered to the polar night, and the darkness was not so foreign anymore. The snow reflects the light and definitely makes it brighter than it would be otherwise. In fact, the moon was so bright that the trees had shadows. I began taking walks in the dark forest and noticing its beauty, and finding a deeper connection and peace. I felt all the stress fade away. I felt safe and I felt accepted. This new connection with nature amused me and healed me every day. It's been 10 days of isolation and the COVID test came negative. Can it be possible that I am healed so soon? I continued on my thesis and finally was able to step out into the city again. began making a movie about the local Sami people. I am not sure if it's a coincidence, but it seems that the more I learn about them, the more nature wants to learn about me. Just last night, I saw the biggest auroras I've seen since my arrival to Ivalo, and just this morning I went outside and a reindeer was looking at me. And we stood there for a while, just staring at each other. And before 2021 was officially over, I was invited to visit my new friend's home, who shared her handcrafts, her worldview, making me wonder if the question I ask about cultural differences reaches deep enough into the essence of identity, or is it that I am really asking about the similarities that connect us as a human race?
This is what I want to say. Let there be light.
Oh!
These are my mom's. I made these for the mom with the same pattern. So this is mine, and this is made by my grandmom.
That's your dog.
My dog.
Yes.
And there's the name. Rasmus.
Awesome. And that's his paw.
That's my paw.
And that's his bone.
One.
Right.
And here we can find special for the Inarin Sami clothing, green color.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yellow,
there.
green, and red.
Yeah, and this is like without green, so this can be also like Northern Sami. But the green is
For Inarin Sami.
Inarin Sami, or can't say like 100% for sure, but it's like revealing. If you see green on the clothing,
Then you know.
probably.
Can I try it?
You can try. It might be a small one, I don't know.
Oh,
Or-
it's very stiff.
And it's
So it's very
made of-
warm because
This
of
is
that reason.
actually, well, I can show you, but
Oh, it's a little bit small.
and it's,
Oh, but it's so warm, and even the ears. I
Yeah,
cannot
they're
hear
hard.
anything.
but in the old times, this is really important. So you could attach the shoes to the skis,
Oh, okay.
so it goes under
That's the purpose
wrap.
of the hook. Now it makes sense.
Now you know it.
use the rag.
Every time when there is this kind of weather that is coming, frost or ice, it scratches like this, like a crazy.
Does it ever make you think you would want to leave Lapland because of this and live in the tropics, like in South France?
I would not be able to do fun with the snow, like snowmobiling or
So this-
drifting with car.
So the snow is still more fun than it is annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
Yeah, wouldn't change it.
Wow. Well, it's not Sydney, but very nice.
It's self-made,
Yeah.
or kind of.
Wow, it's a lot.
What will this new year bring? Can we finally expect the end of the pandemic and the start of a new era? An era where we have learned to work together to help the weaker ones instead of attacking, driven by some unconscious animal instinct. Can we expect to have a world where we seek to bring out the goodness of each other, to show patience, care, and compassion towards one another and towards ourselves? I will be turning 40 this year and hopefully graduating with a master's degree that will help me make a positive impact in the world. As a TCK, I continue to discover the beautiful side of my multicultural identity, and I hope to help others do the same.
So this completes my 1-month stay here in Ivalo. Thanks for watching the video, and do subscribe if you like the content that I make. See you soon. So before it gets dark on this last day that I'm staying in the hut, I wanted to show you around and see where I have been living. So just a quick tour around the cabin and around the forest area. So this is an Airbnb that I have been renting. That's a little hut across the road. It's for camping, I believe. This is an old husky farm, these like husky houses. That's an outhouse for a toilet. And this is the cabin where I have been staying, and I'll take you inside. So you can see the cabin doesn't have electricity or water. It's very simple conditions. So, welcome. It's where the water warms up when the fire is burning at night and you're trying to sleep and all you can hear is the cracking of the wood. It's pretty impressive. And it used to be a few nights when you just open this door and you get the auroras. I have to say, have I missed the sun? Yes. I look forward to seeing the light again. I look forward to the brightness, to the warm feeling in my heart. But my heart has been warmed in different ways during this polar night, with the auroras, with the starlight, and with the friendships of people. And with the forest. I've built a special connection with nature here. Maybe even with myself. I have seen a different side of my being that I didn't know existed before. Or maybe I knew, but I was not aware of how deeply happy nature makes me and how deeply happy a simple life can be.
Make sure to wear a face mask, covering your nose and mouth throughout the flight.